One of the reasons why, a short 11 years ago, I was so fortunate to be offered the Maine job, and it took me about 30 seconds to decide yes or no, was just the support that University of Maine has for its baseball program, both internally and certainly, with our donors and alums and the former all the ball players. The Mahaney family has been tremendous to our program. Obviously it started with Larry Mahaney, who everything's named after Mr. Mahaney at this point. But then when he passed away, his son Kevin Mahaney was a great donor for us and helped us upgrade our facilities. We've been very blessed. In my 11 years, we were able to build a dome that was a few $1 million donation. We turfed our field. We built a hitting pavilion with the help of some other donors and actually Kevin and the Mitchell family. And so we constantly are trying to upgrade our facilities, not only to help our student athletes grow while they're here. We truly want to get them here and see if we can get them a little bit better, a little quicker. And so part of that is with the facilities and coaching staffs that you have, but certainly the recruiting aspect. We are one of the most northern programs in the country. We do fight weather, so one of the ways you do combat that is with the facilities. So being able to go outside on our turf facility and then certainly sliding indoors to our dome or into our hitting facility has been a big benefit to see kids. So we're really excited that we have some pretty good young talent, particularly in the middle of the infield. We have two shortstops, one of them Danny Casals from Miami, Florida, who actually won the Class 8A state championship this year for Columbus High School, and then Jeremy Pena out of Rhode Island, who was a draft pick for the Braves this year. They're two really high quality shortstops that we think we're going to be young in the middle, but we're going to have some pretty good quality there. Pitching staff returns a ton of guys, and with a little bit more experience. We had a lot of young guys on the team last year as freshmen, like a Justin Courtney, Jonah Normandeau, Connor Johnson, some guys that we thought were going to need some experience, coupled with the fact that our drafted incoming pitcher last year, Chris Murphy, is coming off Tommy John surgery. He actually got hurt in high school, and we had to redshirt him his freshman year. So on the offensive side of things, we lost a little bit of firepower in Luke Morrill and Scott Heath and Sam Balzano, who have been a mainstay in our program in the lineup, but we're replacing them with some good incoming kids and also a couple of redshirt kids. We had a guy by the name of Tyler Schwantz, who was a Division II All-American at Saginaw Valley State, who transferred to us last year, but by NCAA rule had to sit this year. So he really is going to add some immediate impact on the offensive side of things that we're excited about. Obviously when you go out recruiting, and anybody that's at this level is going to always try to recruit, your pitchers, your catchers, your shortstops, and your center fielders, the kids that are athletes. And so some kids just happen to progress a little bit more physically. I think that's the biggest thing, is the physical aspect of doing a two-way guy. They just got to be able to have that happen. And it doesn't always happen in their freshman year. Mike Conley you brought up, or Luke Morrill, the last two guys, even Scott Heath, they really concentrated on one avenue their freshman year. And then after they got their experience, we broke them out, and strength too. We broke them out into two things where all three of them became very good players on both sides of the game for us. So I think it's partly the kids we're recruiting, but then secondly, it's also the philosophy. We want to put our best kids out there. If they give us a chance to win, and if they get a chance to play and have some success, whether that's as a pitcher or a defensive player, or even just an offensive-minded guy, we certainly want to give them an opportunity to help contribute to the success of Maine baseball. With the whole pitchers and surgery, I know it's been a big talk. It's ironic that we asked that question. The coach at West Virginia has been an absolute stickler of putting out literature on why we should be moving seasons back, why we should be playing in the summertime. I think fiscally it's going to be really tough for Division I baseball to do that and house kids over a period of time. But with that being said, it does talk to the cold weather injuries, particularly the pitchers and Tommy John. I think that you really have to be, as a coaching staff, you have to be a mindset of that and not overusing kids, and really gets back to the strength side of things. But also for us, we've been fortunate that we've been doing a lot with Dr. O's office out of down in Massachusetts. He is the Red Sox team doctor. He works out of Foxborough. So anytime we've had any kind of elbow injuries, we've actually partnered with them in a way that we send our kids down there. A good example, we had one of our players, Jeff Gelinas, who's going to be a junior with us. He actually had an unbelievable freshman year, was in the Cape, did a great job. Last year was really not the same guy. Couldn't figure it out, really wasn't too sore, got some MRIs done, got some different things. Long and short of it is that after multiple things, sending him down to Dr. O's, they did find that he had a little bit of a problem with his UCL, but it wasn't a surgical type of procedure. So he went through a new study that they're doing down there on college athletes on how to eat right, how to stretch, how to change things throughout your body to help alleviate some of the stress in your elbow. So the majority of what he's doing is fixing things outside of his elbow to help with his elbow. Is a new study that we're involved with, and how a simple hangnail in your toe could lead to mechanical problems that lead to your arm becoming injured, both in the shoulder and the elbow. So we're really excited to have a couple of our student athletes be part of that program as we go through the fall and into the winter with that.